Now, people say actually that, at least for my culture, anyways, that we we have this certain thing, and that's the reason why we actually became, prominent in the country. I actually don't think so. I think that a lot of what Canada had in the beginning actually had a big impact on my parents, right? I'll tell you the story on my side, anyways. So, my mother and father, obviously, they both tried to run away from, Sri Lanka and everything because of the civil war and whatnot. And of course, what's great about this country as well, you can see in different perspectives of how the war went out, right? And I'm obviously because of certain legislation and everything. That's why a lot of the thing, mucked up and everything. And I really thought about it, within the legislation, right? They were considered second class people, and the Sinhalese people were considered bigger, right? Despite all that and everything, I still don't have resentment to any Sinhalese people. Obviously, what would make me happy in terms of moving on would be like not having the Rajapaksas and everything. But that's another story, right? But my parents, they moved away for a better life, right? My mother, very hardworking people. My mother actually studied bio medical engineer. Sorry, biomedical. Sorry, biochemistry. My bad. And my father did software engineering, right? Well, actually the funny thing is, right, my father was actually quite lazy when it was because he was a kid of 9 kids and everything, right? And I think fair play to my mother and all that. She actually pushed my father to do better and everything. What I can, but what I do want to say is that I think because they came to Canada as well, with the values that they learned from their parents, I think they've also integrated a lot of what they saw in Canada, the modern version of Canada, of what they saw today. Like my mother, I asked her like, "Oh, do you believe that would you be loved if you stayed in a country where a lot of your people were at, right?" And my mother was like, "No, I actually like the fact that multiple cultures are coming together." And she thinks it's quite weird that if it's just one culture now, that it's a bad thing and everything. My father, asked him like, "Do you consider yourself, Sri Lankan and all that?" And they still call it Ceylon because like of Portugal ruling, which is quite funny. But um, my father says that I'm Canadian and I'm happy to be Canadian, right? And what I've seen as well is within our people, there's a lot of appreciation within the immigrant side of things because they actually do more research, like they know like, okay, where do I want to go to have a better life, right? And obviously you do research these things, right? I think they do acknowledge the fact that there has been mistakes and all that, but they do appreciate the fact that it is a country that they can grow and move forward, right? And ask them, do they ever want to go back to the country if it got better? And they're like, no, because they love the values and stuff today.